Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're Finland. We are going for the Crossing the Finnish Line achievement. We have to make our way, continuous line of land down to the Cape. And we're about to declare war on the Russian in the east to start. We already started on the direction, but to make good, sure, on our attempts here. It's not going to be a trivial war. There's a lot of Russians, and they have Hungary, who's previously been a very good friend to them. We also have some good friends, and hopefully this time they'll actually be able to deal with the Hungarians and come to our help rather than being idiots. We want to declare for one of our subjects goals, and I think, could just grab Rushian. With the idea being that Rushian does not have a fort nor a fort near it. So as long as we can protect this area, we're fine. Or we declare for something like Tver, which is going to be harder to take because it's a fort, but it's also going to be somewhat easier to keep around. Now let's do Rushian. And I think we have the fort in Tver. We have enough protection for Rushian anyway. At least that would be my hope. It's woods. Yeah. It'll be fine. Surely it'll be fine. Let's declare for Rushian and call in the friends. And I don't think we're co-belligerenting anybody. We could co-belligerent. Well, we actually have a lot of co-belligerent options here. We might actually want to at least consider that. Now, it might put us into a bit of a pickle with the Ottoman. But Georgia has a bunch of cores down here. Wouldn't mind returning those. Not the worst, especially Meretti. But I don't know if it's worth annoying the Ottoman already like that. It's almost certainly not worth. But it doesn't cost us anything to do the co-belligerenting, right? As long as they don't get to call any friends. So we're just going to do that. And we're going to say take Rushian, I said. Go. Now, plans were you go immediately for Oka. And then Katerinoslav. Kiev something, Voronezh. Yelets. And you're actually surplus requirement, I suppose. You can have a 3-stack or 3 siege thing and go straight for Moscow. Just as last time, we're looking to get a relatively high amount of advantage early on before the... What? Against the Russians? You try to... Oh, interesting. I hadn't thought about that coalition anymore. Kind of done for me. Clearly, not the right way to think about it. But was how I thought about it. The few people who still hate us enough to coalition us now think that because we have so large numbers against us, they might have a chance here. And they could annoy me a lot if it were to come to a coalition firing. I think it's worth to do a few extra layers of expansion here, or of grabbing land with these 1-stacks. It's risky, of course. These 1-stacks can very well die doing this, but the vision it might provide is very valuable. Knowing when the Muscovite is coming, of the Russian again, is going to be very helpful. Okay, Hungarian stack got crushed. They don't really have much more. The Austrians are actually doing their job. Commonwealth is sieging down Hungary. Okay. I think this time we have a good chance of Hungary not being a big issue. And lose 50 admin, get a half price, not half price, level 2 treasurer. Why would I do that? I'll drop the 10 legit. It's fine. It's fine. So if my friends deal with Hungary quickly, which they seem to be doing, we should get a lot of backup kind of soon. And when we do, we should not need to be as afraid of the Russian military might as we might otherwise be. Pun not intended. But gladly taken. Okay, our leader here is a siege person. You're already taking attrition in Zubsov, which we don't like. And you don't need remotely this many people in Tver. Let's do this. It's good so far. But again, we haven't yet seen the Russian mobilization. And there have been people trying to do this. Well, no. What I'm thinking about, kind of, is the German attempts in some infamous former wars to rush down, especially one of those, to rush down the French with the Stiefenplan, I think, before the Russians can mobilize. And that famously did not work out particularly well. First World War, right? I think on the second one, things went kind of better in that regard early on. Better as in more successful, not better as in I would have liked the Germans to succeed, because they wouldn't. Definitely wouldn't. Oh, things I didn't do. I didn't start the annexation of Novgorod, which we can now not do until we end the war. Which probably means I want to pick up Erich Wallenberg here as our friend. Help reduce aggressive expansion. The aggressive expansion that's already around, not the ones we generate. England taking Kisko, we won Oka. Very, very good. Taking down Oka here frees up a lot of room. Also means I think I want to have this stack move on to Moscow. Probably have to watch out for... definitely would want to watch out for a lot of attrition. There's more people left over in the coalition than I bargained for. I was about to say the Russians showed up, but they really didn't. This is just them recruiting a bunch of folks. I don't think I want to spread even more. I'm tempted to go north and carpet siege a whole heck of a lot. But I think that would be wrong. Too risky. I think we'd rather have a somewhat peaceful war, if you can have that, as in one where we don't do a lot of actual fighting until we've taken care of the guys in the south, Hungary. Once we have, then it can be very good. Wait, tenantry in Moscow gives me... Isn't this a level 3 fort? Oh, I thought I'd need more. Apparently my... I don't remember these numbers particularly well anymore. Okay. Acceptable to me. I'll take having to do less work. And yes, part of me really wants to go and eat these guys up. But we have the Commonwealth going around doing some of that. And it will inevitably end up in any stack chasing these small stacks getting suddenly eaten by a large Russian stack. So I'm not super into it. If we had insane amounts of power already, I would definitely look for the admin power here. And we still might. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give land to the burghers. Yeah, I mean, when do you ever not take power? Georgia showing up in force, stopping our incursion, which is just not very nice. I was about to say it's rude again. It is rude, but I do overuse that. Ooh, more Georgians? Gee whiz. Can't run from these Georgians. I mean, I can, but you know what I mean. I could actually take the tech because we have so many discounts to mill tech cost that this is, even though it's 120% ahead of time, it's still affordable. But we're not going to do that. I wish we had an idea group to take. Next tech we can, and then we'll be able to dump some of these points. I don't know which ones yet or where, but we will be able to dump some. Prosperity, Renaissance, Middle Finland, all the good things. Just have some clicks. Oh, you got very expensive very quickly. That escalated quickly. Ust-Medvitskaya. I don't think I want to actually send troops south to intercept these folks. If they want to start taking back land in the south, then I accept that for what it is. This is just too risky. And risking these one stacks is one thing, but risking actual decently sized combat stacks, so we'll still just get medic if there's a huge Russian stack, right? That seems like another matter entirely. Speaking of a huge Russian stack, hello Yermak. It's not a huge stack, but it's a scary boy. Yermak is a scary boy. Let's put some sort of army against him. Slightly annoying that we don't have a good combat person available because they're busy sieging down Moscow. But I mean, somebody also sees siege down Moscow. And you're not into chasing me yet. Good. Siege of Alatyr is not particularly useful because Nizhny Novgorod is protecting it. But that's still be worth doing. That's 29,000 Hungarians now. Which is not enough to beat the concentrated force of our Austrian friend. There's Russian. Speaking of concentrated force, hello concentrated force. Down goes Tver, good. Down goes Moscow, very good. The time to take a fight. Or are we trying the same thing we did before, where we just siege down forts where they stupidly try to take back land? I guess that's 100,000 Russians or whatever. It's not 100,000, but it feels like it's 100,000 Russians, which is a lot of Russians. It's a lot for a Russian. We have decent troops. What is this down here? It's steppes. I think we can go fight in steppes. Russia's not a horde. Therefore, they don't get a steppe bonus. And it's not all woods or forest or whatever, which usually you get, or which we get in the northern parts of Russia, which would make fighting a lot harder if we're on the offensive. And I kind of like being on the offensive insofar as I like to choose where we take battles. And on the offensive, often you don't get to do that. Where are you guys going? To Manish. Away. You're also running to a Manish, okay. I mean, if I can have them just be scared while I keep taking the north. And no, I'm not expecting that one sec to actually take Nizhny Novgorod there. I'm just hoping for them to stop the taking back of Alatyr. And generate a tiny bit of devastation or whatever in Russia. They're really running from me. That seems great. I mean, that's just so very nice. With that happening, and us having control of all the land that the Polish would want, I think. Yeah. We can just have our friends siege down the north, while we look scary in the south. I mean, we do look scary. Just need to be a bit mindful of the attrition down here. And of being surprised. Gotta pay attention. Good, another victory against the Hungarian. Looks like an expensive one, but it's not me who's paying the bill. I mean, it's my Empire friends who want to win the League War eventually, so it's not completely without consequence if we have the Austrians lose a lot of manpower here. But it's not highly consequential. Speaking of highly consequential, admin out the butt again. Well, door pad. Good old doormat. I have a few clicks. I'm kind of surprised the Russians are running. Doesn't even look like they're refocusing their efforts on fighting, say, Austria or the Commonwealth, because they ran southeast. I mean, if they want to get military access through the Ottoman and walk all the way to Hungary, that is totes fine by me. Now, how do we deal with the south? Maybe scouts are the right option again. Actually started to get a little fond of scouts. And by scouts I mean just using small stacks of units that slowly take land and let me know with their screams when the enemy is coming. Clergy gains 5 influence, which is fine. Cardinal administration. We never tolerate any heretics ever. Sure. So still occupied by the Finns. As in the good guys. AKA me. I'm a good guy. Honestly, I can't say I'm not a good guy. I have no basis on which I would believe that I'm not a good guy. Poor Polish one stack there. Some vision, brief vision on some Russians in Guriev. Which, I mean, let's see if they're coming this way. You go, scout. Have a nice little look. Could probably even helping out with the siege of Nizhny here. Say, put a guy that actually has a siege pip. You guys, get and help with Nizhny. There's some Russians, a lot of Russians dealing with a few Nogai separatists in Nizhny Embinsk. What does Nizhny stand for? Is it like a little? Is Nizhny Novgorod Little Novgorod? Or something like that? Better Novgorod? Actually nice Novgorod? There's even more people into that whole coalition thing. Come on guys, you must know that this whole Russia thing is just a flash in the pan, right? And if you were to coalition me now, you'd die horribly. Speaking of dying horribly, I feel like there's a pretty large amount of logic to piecing out the Hungarian if we can. Or we easily can. Probably even for all I want, which is break up with Russia and give me war reps. As always, I don't know what kind of effect that's going to have on our war score. We could see a little bit here. Potentially, possibly down there. Pest being occupied is 8 points of war score. Zagreb is 2. So it's a decent amount of war score. But also them not being in the war is also war score, and then frees up all these troops, is what I'm thinking. I think piecing them out is good. There's nothing to gain here really for us from having them pieced out even harder. I guess we just take their money. Really for themselves, war reps, don't be allied with Russia and stop that. War score didn't actually change by much at all. Good. It's sort of the best. I mean, clearly a better outcome would have been for war score to change positively. It's kind of the best we could have hoped for. Run, little scout. Trained Medicus. Our heir is good, right? Isn't that the girl we bought? I want a trained Medicus. She's alive. We never know whether it was worth it, because I'd have just rolled the 25, right? But definitely worth investing in on a statistical note. Is worth it, I'm trying to say. Because results orientation is stupid, and we're not results oriented around here at all. At least we try not to be. Guriev. Okay, you're still afraid to engage me. We may have... This looks like a northward movement, though. Let's have a little northward movement of our own, then. We don't want our siege decks getting caught out while our armies are still sitting around in the south, being all menacing. Are you still going extra northward? Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You're going to yike. I think just being around here is a good move. I'm kind of wishing I had done the Northern Carpet Siege now. But hindsight is 2020. You're going south again now. Well, then I'll also have my guys move south. Woods, at least. Roughly southwards. That didn't mean that we saw you too late. Sorry, Mr. Scoutman. Oh, you're getting out if you go to Sol Galizia. Which I'd like you to do. Run, run, run away. That does put a bit of a strain on my troop movement. Because we have to protect the siege and we want to scare the southerners. If these guys continue to come south. Where are you going now? You don't know. You just sit there. If you sit there, I sit here. Let's take Taman for the crossing enabling. Down goes Nizhny. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Kazan next? Or are we scared? I'm not scared of Kazan. Famous last words. Trade protection against Bremen. Where are you going? You're going to Alatia. Why? Hey Novi, go ahead and help me out. Threaten there, 3-star. Oh. Novi, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. There's more Russians here than we thought. There's a lot more Russians here than we thought. Shame, 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 shame. I'll go scare these off then. Wait, are we just crushing these? Oh, it was just the small stack, right? But now the big gun is gonna arrive. And it's actually bad for us that they arrive so late. If that arrived earlier, I would have been able to run But no, we cannot. 2nd of October, 5th of... I don't want that battle then. Neither do they. Neither do they. Can I send some support north? I think I can. There's a lot of Poles and Russians? Yeah, they're Russians. Austrians down here. I think you might even send all our support north. It's a shame for you, but you are dead. Go like a weasel and pop. Norway actually showing up with troops. Imagine Norway having troops and sending them to war. Oh, imagine locking into beating up some freaking rebels. Let's get R2 over there at least. Wouldn't have hated Great Lord Separatists around. Would have helped our war score. Another stack wipe. I mean, with that general, again, not a big surprise. Small stack, big general. Not a good combination for one of us. There's a decent chance the Commonwealth overextends here. Yeah, they're putting a siege stack on like Georgia and one on Theodoro. And then these 33,000 Russians might just go haywire. You're actually still trying the whole Kazan thing, are you? Let's see if we can have you at least supported a little bit, maybe. You keep chasing these folks. Let's do you. Relatively high amount of micromanagement considering the huge size of the country we're invading. This is where Hearts of Iron style front lines would come in quite handy. I actually think that's one of the best things about Hearts of Iron. It's the combat system. I mean, I guess it's not a hugely surprising thing to say, because that's kind of the whole point. But still, it's very good. It's not always, it doesn't always work. No, now you show your hand, Ottoman. Not that we broke the Russian-Hungarian alliance. They're not going for the Russians, they're going for the Hungarians. Maybe you should have broken that alliance. Actually would have been kind of good for us for the... Well, for one, I don't want the Ottoman to be super strong. And therefore them eating Hungary is maybe not the best thing to ever happen to us. Oh, good. Can counter-rival them again at least. So the fact that we kind of freed up Hungary for eating it's not great. The other thing that's not great in that is that we it would have been nice if the Ottoman had gone and declared war on Hungary and Russia had to come in. Not that I think that they would have come in at the state that they're in right now, but you never know. We have these Russians encircled, but I really don't want to attack into Onega. Neither do my friends. It's just like, oh, overcap. A horse. We could harshly treat these Mecklenburgian separatists. It's not very good. I hate harsh treatment. But we have the mill right now. We really don't have the troops to deal with it. I'm gonna do this. It's really doing harsh treatment before the Age of Absolutism is It feels so bad. In any normal sort of military situation, having your enemy encircled like this would be huge. Although it's severe winter, and we're in the middle of Russia. Past St. Petersburg. It's not good. On the other hand, everything else is going to, well, rip that Commonwealthian stack. Oh, they're getting out? Nice. Oh, they just got Theodoro too. Very nice. I guess I'm not piecing out Theodoro right now. I assume the siege of Theodoro is worth some points. Yeah, look at those 6.8 points. That's a lot. We should have a look at a peace deal, honestly. I want... Do I have a claim on Rushev? My own claim? No. Why can I take Rushev for free? Just to me, if I do this. No diplo cost. Why is that? Kind of confused now. I want you to return all the Novgorodian cores. Be nice if I could sort for that. Which does actually cost dip. But okay, that might have been all of them. Do you also have claims on any of that Novgorod? No, you don't have claims on things you have course on, right? No. So it's this, and then we go, I want everything that is free. Wait, can we not? Well, there are provinces we can take, okay, it's just no free ones. Do we have anything under our control that has a Novgorodian claim on it? Tver, Zubtsov, Olonets, lots of places actually. Let's go ahead and consider doing this. Even Belo Ozero. Now, I'm not sure that given all the admin points we have, it's great to do it like this. On the other hand, it does feel kind of right. And then what? I mean, we're already at a point where we're not getting the peace just yet. Not even close. We might actually be looking into a peace deal like this. Start doing our southern... or much south. Annoy... really no one. It does put Russia firmly into the place where they will like coalitioning me. But... once again, what is a man to do? A man should probably consider helping with the siege of Kazan. And then put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And if you have anything else to say, then you might as well do so down there in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.